Greetings all, it's the Devious Monkey here. It's Saturday, 4:38. I'm sitting here, I have filmed an unbelievable amount of footage this week. I have ranted, I have like spit flying ranted about stuff, shipping, fucking FedEx. But I'm not gonna get into all that because that's all I'll say about it is fuck FedEx. Here's what's happening. If you followed me for any length of time, you know that I am constantly buying gear, selling gear, trading gear, just throwing gear into magical drawers and forgetting about it for years, so on and so forth. I have bought, sold, and rebought cameras, lenses, you name it. No shortage of that shit going on. Well, so I did it again. Last year around this time, I bought the Lumix S5ii X. It was a camera that I was very interested in, and I went into it full speed ahead. I got the camera, I started buying lenses for it, and you know, I had cages, and and all that kind of stuff. I wasn't happy with the autofocus. There was some hunting going on, and again, if you know me, you know that that's like my biggest peeve. I hate when cameras hunt. Like I damn near smashed my A6600s when they started hunting like mad after a firmware update. So that being said, it's no Sony when it comes to autofocus, but there are things about it that I like better than any Sony camera I've ever had, and that's what kept me there. But every once in a while, I completely flip my shit and I freak out and I sell everything. I convince myself that I suck, my footage sucks, my pictures suck, nobody wants to see any of it, nobody cares about any of it, why am I even bothering to do it? I'm not doing this anymore, and I sell damn near everything. I might keep a camera and a lens. I've done that several times over the past, we'll just say 5 to 8 years. I always come back to my senses, or I lose my mind again, however you'd like to look at it. Some people will think that I'm like crazy. Other people will understand. I don't care. The point being is that I then go, I shouldn't have sold all that shit. I mean, I paid for it. I owned it. There was no point in me getting rid of it. That was stupid. Shit. You know, and then I end up buying it again. Maybe not right away, but sometimes down the line, I'll do it again. Well, that's what happened this time. I decided that, you know what? I'm still seeing videos about the S5ii X. Like, people are buying it even now and singing its praises. The other thing is that, unlike Sony, Lumix doesn't forget about its cameras. I think this has been out for 2 years now, and they're still putting out firmware updates and adding cool shit to it. In fact, one just came out at the beginning of October. So, long story short, I bought the S5ii X again, and one lens. I got a 50mm 1.8 Lumix. Sticking with all Lumix products. No Sigma, no anything else, just Lumix. I thought that 50 would be a good lens for me for all around whatever I was going to do with it. Not so much. Dumb Monkey should have bought the camera with the kit lens, because the kit lens is a 20-60. It's a variable aperture, but it's still not that bad. It's like 3.5 to 5.6, I think. I've read a lot of good things about it, but it doesn't matter because I didn't do it that way. So I ended up getting the 50, and I think I got this stuff on probably Monday. And I have been filming with it every day. I have put everything back together. I have gone through the menus. I've watched dozens of videos that I had watched before. I set everything the way I wanted it set, and that's when the problem started. The problem that I ran into is that, one, the 50mm is not wide enough for me. So I ordered a 20-60, but I ordered it used from KEH. Because it was so inexpensive, I paid for overnight shipping. I should have had it Thursday. It's Saturday, I still don't have it. One issue after the other, I might get it on Monday. We'll see. If not, there'll be a I flipped my shit completely video after Monday. All right. That was the first problem, because like when I'm filming in the truck, my head it's like this. Like it takes up the entire space. There's no other footage except for my big old monkey melon. That's not gonna work. Now, the other thing about this camera, because here it is. This is the S5ii X, the way I have it set up. I have my Hollyland mic put in there. I have it in a Tilta, I don't know if you can see it, but it doesn't matter. I have it in a Tilta cage, but I also have a small rig cage, but I like the Tilta better. And of course I have the F38 plate on the bottom. Now what is this thing on the top here? Oh, it's just the top handle. It is the top handle. It's a Condor blue top handle that also houses a Samsung ProBlade SSD. I got this the last time as well. And I have a reader, and I'll show you that. One of them came with a reader, and again, it just slides in and out. And then I have their like home station-y type thing. It's a big unit, and it has 4 slots in it for 4 different SSDs. And I just kept it there. After I got rid of the camera, I was like, well, shit, what am I gonna do with these? So I started using it as like my storage. So I've got a 4 terabyte drive, two terabytes, and a 1 terabyte. And the 4 terabyte has all of the footage that I've taken that I didn't want to get rid of. So things like when I went home for visiting my dad before he passed away, and all the stuff that I filmed going around my hometown telling stories, stuff with my previous cat, Devious, who passed away right after my dad, and all that kind of shit. Things with me and my wife, that's all staying on there. The reason I decided to go back to this S5ii X is because I already had all of this stuff for it. I didn't have to go buy a cage. I didn't have to go buy a screen protector. I didn't have to go buy an eye cup that is better, because all eye cups on cameras, the ones that come with them, they all suck. I didn't have to get any cabling, any drives, any of that shit. Everything was ready to go. I got the camera, screen protector went on it. I updated the firmware. I updated the firmware on the lens. I've got filters for the lens. I've got the ProBlade thing on here, and I've gone back and forth because I do have SSDs with a small rig holder, but I decided I wanted to use the ProBlade stuff. Now, because I've got this set up this way and it's really tall, I had to reconfigure the setup in the RAM because it was too high where it was sitting, and it kept hitting the rearview mirror, and I couldn't get it on there. And I ended up, and I don't know why I didn't do this before because it's set up so much nicer now. Put it this way, I moved the cheese plate and mounted it further back on the Ruby grid thing that's built into the dash, that screws into the dash, and it's moved back further. So now there's no, like I had it before so that the cheese plate, it was on the, like mounted in the back, and then the front wobbled, and I had to shove something under there. Well, now I've got it set all the way back, so it doesn't, it's physics. It's on the fulcrum point in the center of the cheese plate. I still have the little thing underneath it, but it does not move now. So other than normal vehicle bouncing and all that kind of shit, it is set up perfectly. It's not pushed so far back that it's underneath the windshield, so it's getting sun 100% of the time. It's still forward enough that it's kind of out of the sun most of the time, but it isn't moving. And because this camera has venting, like a fan in it, I'm not worried about it overheating, but I still have the fan mounted, the USB fan mounted there to blow on anything else like this or the Action 5 or whatever the hell else I put in there. This week I have been filming because I've been testing everything. I had to get the microphone set up. I had to get the ProBlade set up. I had to decide which format I was going to shoot in. All that is all done. It's all set up. I'm filming. I just need that damn lens. Once I get a lens, another wider lens, I will do a proper video. I will show you everything about this camera. I'll talk about how I have it set up. I'll show you all the footage from all the shit that I'm going to do this week. I will show you the setup in the truck and show you what I did with it so that you can see it. It might inspire you to do something similar. And again, it'll be a proper video. So most of November, I'm not going to be doing all that much, but definitely most of December, I ain't doing shit. And that'll be that. So I have plenty of time, which is why I decided to do this now. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'll bring you along with me. If you have any questions about it, or you want to know anything, or you want to see anything, drop them in the comments down below, and I'll be sure to try to figure out an answer and give you something reasonable that might help you along. All right, that's all you're getting for today, though. So if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, leave them down below. As always, thanks for joining me. Be sure to like and subscribe. And remember, kids, forward and up.